If a client is watching this and feeling overwhelmed, what's the very first step they should take today to start preparing for with confidence?
Okay. So the very first thing a client should do, given that there is a bunch of data out there, bunch of information out there, take a pen and paper. Just take a pen and paper and then define what is that secure enclave? What are you trying to protect? How many people or what projects are going to be there? Very simply put. Understand what documentation is needed, what time frame you have. But defining it with a pen and paper, you can easily draft something up and draw it in a very, not in a fancy way. What is the data? What is going to be the systems in there? Work with your IT person. If you're not an IT person, how the data flow is going to happen. Get the basic sense, because that is the basic information you would ever need to make sure that you are positioned for success here. Because essentially, you are first setting up the environment. Then second thing, you will put people, the systems in there so that enclave is the control enclave where CUI is being processed. It will not be your entire organization. Don't try to make it your entire organization. Keep it very specific, very standard, and see how the flow of the data happens. Start there. Basic thing, you want to always start, and not with the policies, procedures. Once you have the data flow network diagram there, you will be able to then go ahead and create the policies, procedures around that environment. And then you will have a clarity, okay, this system is out of the scope as an enterprise level as opposed to in the secure enclave. If you don't know, again, we are always there to help. So pick up the phone, call us. We'll be able to walk you there into that with a clarity, okay, what you need, what you do not need. But you really do not want to start with policies, procedures, and put people in there trying to secure an enclave without knowing what really would you want there to happen within that enclave.
Perfect. I mean, it sounds simple enough to bring that overwhelmment down for certain.
You have to. You can't make it organization wide, because then you are putting a lot of data. But understanding the concepts, what is basic necessity, I always start with the scope. Because without the scope, you are just making a lot of bunch of document. And how do you know that this is how you want to speak to a control?
Mm-hmm.
When you have 10 systems and 5 of them may not be necessary.